to this edition of the Denison Area Chamber of Commerce Mic'd Up Gold Coat Edition. I'm Katie Eubank, and I'll be your host today. I also have the pleasure of serving as the Chamber of Commerce Board of Director Chair. Today with me, I've got some special guests. I'm super excited to give them opportunity to introduce themselves. But first, I'd like to thank Morgan Medicare, Nicole Morgan, for being here with us and also sponsoring today's podcast. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Morgan.
Well, I am Nicole Morgan, and I'm the owner of Morgan Medicare Solutions, and I'm out of Sherman. So my primary job...
We won't hold that against you.
I know. Please don't do that. But I love being a part of the Denison Chamber. And so what I do basically is help people find the right Medicare plan. I am an educator, and that's what I do. I start everything with, and that is the most complicated insurance of known demand. So I just help people find the right plan and enroll them in it. I'm an insurance agent. So I have Morgan Medicare Solutions is an insurance agency. So I do health and life, so life insurance. I also specialize in long-term care insurance as well. So anything that is dealing with your retirement, aging, policies like that, that's what I help with.
And I know you just recently held an educational seminar with the Chamber. And
I did.
That
was
very
a lot
well
of fun.
So what would be the target time that people would need to talk to you? Like
probably around 64.
64. Okay,
64.
Specific.
Yep,
So
64.
I'm looking for you, 63-year-olds. It's almost time to go talk to
I
Nicole.
know. Yeah.
Thanks again for being here and
right.
for sponsoring today.
Absolutely.
And next up, we'll introduce Audrey Crawford. Changed her name to Zurita. You go ahead. Zurita. Okay, we're here with Audrey. Zurita with Hempkins Insurance, and we're super excited. She's a Gold Coat Ambassador. And tell us a little bit about what you do, Audrey.
So I am an executive at Hempkins Insurance down here on Crawford Street. I specialized in commercial insurance. So just like insurance, but mine's just for your business. I do insurance no matter how small, no matter how big. Big companies, small companies, workman's comp, bonds, liability, property, all the good stuff.
What's your favorite? That's a lot to pick from.
Oh, I like it all, honestly. I like a good challenge. I like one that people call me and, a referral will say, oh, this one was just too complicated for me. Hot dog. It's my favorite. I love a good challenge.
Okay. So. All you out there that think you're uninsured, give Audrey a call. She'll make it happen for you. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. And next up in the hot seat, we've got Chelsea McDuffy with MKT Realty. Glad to have you here. Also a Gold Coat Ambassador. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, Chelsea.
Happy to be here. My name is Chelsea McDuffy. My husband Spencer and I are the owners and run MKT Realty Co. right here in downtown Denison. So we are realtors and brokers, and we sell a lot of real estate and try to help people reach their real estate goals all through Grayson County.
Awesome. That's fantastic. There's lots of opportunity, I know. So we're glad to have you guys here. So there is no agenda. I asked what we were doing today, and they said, kind of whatever you want to do. So thought long and hard about it and plugged that straight into ChatGPT and efficiency, girls. It's important.
Yes, that's right.
And I just loved that today we were an all-girl group because, girl power.
That's right. That's right.
Got to get it. So I thought I would kind of do like rapid-fire questions at you and just like first thing you think of, you answer, and we're going to make it fair. So sometimes you answer first, sometimes you, okay?
Okay.
They're easy questions.
Okay, good.
It's going to be fun. Don't worry.
Chat came up with this.
Fifth president, go.
Good chat.
Chat came up with it. I vetted it. I think it's good.
Okay.
So here we go. Thinking in the mindset of like girl power, you're like strong women in business. I love that. That's amazing. And the Chamber is such a great representation of that also. We have great female leadership there too, which I think is awesome. Was there a woman that opened the door for you to be in this leadership role that you've got at MKT Realty? Or was it a man? Your husband.
In this case, it was a man. I mean, I guess the woman who might have opened the opportunity would have been myself. I tricked him into falling in love with me in 2013. So, I wouldn't say necessarily a woman in my particular role, but I was an accountant by trade before this, so worked with a lot of strong women leaders. And I have a lot to thank Diana Thiel for here at the Chamber. When I got involved with the Chamber in Denison, who we are in Denison totally changed. So I look at her as an inspiration a lot. People like Michelle Castle, who run great businesses and kind of lead with the feminism and helping people first. I kind of thrive in that. So, yeah, I try to bring that to our business. But as far as getting hired at MKT, that would be my husband, unfortunately.
Audrey, did you have a woman that opened the door for you?
Actually, mine was 100%. I have to give it to Robert Crawley. He's my best friend in the whole world. Love him. Anyways, but I do have some strong women in my life. Obviously, relatives, friends, y'all, just women that I see myself around every day in my daily life. You can never have too many mentors, and you can never have too many people that you look up to, especially in women.
Yeah, I love that, Audrey, and I'm so glad you brought up Robert, because what a difficult thing. Robert was her employer, and I guess set you up in this new opportunity, and that's difficult as an employer myself. We want to hold on tight to those extra special people, right? We want to keep them close to us to support us, but what an amazing thing that he was able to let you move on to the next opportunity, and I love seeing you thrive at your new
Thank you.
at your new role. So that's great. How about you?
Okay, well, I'm like Chelsea. I can thank my husband for pushing me into this business. So I started in healthcare, and then he just I guess had a different vision for me and pushed me into it. But
He said, "No,
once
this
I
is
got
good."
there, once I got there, no, I've had some really strong women leaders and mentors. I mean, I think mentors are super, super important. Friends that have supported me in this business, and I never imagined in a million years that I would be doing what I'm doing. I mean, I was an occupational therapist. I worked at TMC, and I worked at Wilson & Jones, and I always saw myself as a therapist and in healthcare. And then, my husband had a different vision. But then now that I'm in here, I have mainly women supporters and just your friends that support you in being the better version of yourself. I really like that. So
Love that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole. And I think that brings us back to the chamber, right? Like, it's a network. We can't do anything great alone. It takes all of us. And the support systems, the mentorship, the community, I think just goes so hand in hand with our chamber and with females in business. I love that. Okay. All right. Next up. Now, when has another woman supported you to make a difference? I know you mentioned you've got some mentors. You want to shout out any of those specifically?
Yeah, well, she's not from here,
Okay,
but
that's
she's
okay.
from Fort Worth, and her name is Galen Hendricks, and she has been my number one supporter and we see a lot of, we have the same vision and same purpose in how we treat our clients. My clients are like all my patients now. We live in a day and age where we're not, that humanistic part of it, it kind of goes out the window, and we treat everybody as a number, or, so she really has helped me, and we've grown together in treating that client just as a human being. They're scared, they're lost, they don't know what to do, and they're depending on you. And so you go above and beyond to do that. And that's what she did for her clients. And I just always kind of follow her around like a little puppy dog, just trying to glean as much, because she's been in the business for 40 years or so. Wow. So she's a great mentor to have. So
I can imagine that you face a lot of life changes. I think about my parents when they retired, and then they were starting to need to take advantage of some different healthcare options because they didn't have health insurance through work anymore. So not only are you going through one of the biggest life changes that you have, retirement, but then also worried about how you're going to have healthcare, especially as you're aging, and have increasing demands on that.
Yep.
So
and then you have kids who end up taking care of you that, they don't know a thing about it. And so it's just, it all goes hand in hand. But if you don't have that person that really walks you through it and holds your hand, how about we all want to be treated? Everybody wants our hand held, when we're going through trauma. So
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So that's what she's done for me. So
You guys have any special mentors you'd like to shout out? Someone that supported you specifically?
I would say my aunt, her name is Janice. She's not from this area either, but she was an accountant, and she was someone who, my parents had me very young, and so she would pick me up on the weekends like another set of parents instead of my parents. And we just spent so much time together, but she was always such a driven person. She was actually the person that got into accounting and got a college degree. And in my family, like I said, my parents had me very young, so that wasn't a thing. We didn't do that. My parents didn't go to college. They've been successful despite that. So I really kind of took to her and what she was doing. And my dad was always a push, like, you're going to go to college. But she actually showed me what that looked like and what picking a career looked like. So I still, we talk every day. I look up to her a lot. And then seeing it now, she never had kids, but she kind of ingrained that, like, strong woman side of, like, business into me. And now I find a way to try and incorporate that as, like, a mom and a female leader, because I also, while I run huge parts of our business and take a lot off of Spencer's plate, the majority of my role is being what I would consider being a woman. It's being a mom. It's picking up my kid. It's right now I'm pregnant, having another kid. I pick her up from school. I take her to school. I deal with bath time. I deal with dinner. I deal with all of the things that professional women deal with. And it allows my husband to kind of be the demanding figure he is, right? So I strive to kind of be both, but I would say she gave me my start in the hard-headedness of, like, I'm going to go be successful and I'm going to do this, but I always also had that, like, softer, I want kids, I want to be a mom. So luckily I have them both and get to kind of live that perfect life that I wanted. So
That's awesome.
Well, as a mom walking in that arena right now as a 1 and a 3-year-old, I commend you, because it is very challenging. And my mom stayed at home, which we were very blessed to be able to do that. And that wasn't the path that I wanted for myself. But I think growing up, it was always, you can be whatever you want to be, right? And nobody ever said, well, you've got to pick a mom or a career, right? They sent us to college, we worked, and then all of a sudden we had kids, and it was like, oh, you're going to stay at home. Like, well, I think I just worked a long time to get to this point. I think I'm going to keep doing it. But
Keep working.
now that I'm in that, I'm like, oh, I see why they thought you should do one at a time. Because I think I have Cheerios in my pocket right now. I sure do. Cheerios in my pocket. There's some squished grapes right here. I just came from a pediatrician's office. So we can do it all, right? That's like thought. But it is challenging when you get into the reality of that, the demands of the job and balancing it. And so I want to commend you and just uplift you and honestly just pray for you a little bit, because
thank you.
God's hand has to play a part in that for it to work out. Just saying.
For sure.
Because we can't do it alone. And God bless the husbands that stand behind us as well, because I couldn't do half of what I do without him. Like you said, the bath times we're still doing them, but sometimes it's like, hold on, the phone's ringing.
No, yeah.
Someone
extra
needs to
set of
talk.
hands.
For
sure.
Audrey, would you like to shout out any female support that you've had?
Recently, obviously, since I moved to Hempkins from banking, Kelly is, oh my gosh, like, those people you see and you're like, there's no way that this person is actually
that nice,
or that good. She is. Like, she is 100% just a good person. And, I have busy days, and she just cheers me on. And not even that, but all the women in my office are, like, my number one fan. And it feels really good to have, a family that you work with. And
Cheerleaders.
yeah. And
Cheerleaders are great.
they're just like, wow, good job. You're doing so good. You're learning so fast. And, constant, making sure that I know that I am that girl, So it feels good.
I love that. Well, I'll have to shout out for Kelly, too, because she's a light in my life as well. And truly one of those people who said, she can't really be this nice, but she is.
She is.
Brings so much joy in life. So I'm so glad that you found her as a mentor, because I would agree on that one as well. Okay, so one more question. How about this? Lost my notes here. No, we got that. Here we go.
What does the chat
Yeah,
say?
I know. What is
What's
chat?
the next question?
Bring it on, chat.
This is a challenge question.
Oh.
Okay. Now that you've made it in business, right? You just won an award, you're crushing it, you're doing amazing things as well. How do you intentionally lift up other women?
That's
Audrey,
a good question.
Anybody want to take that one first?
Yeah. For me, it's just recognizing what season that they're in. And you can see in a person the way they talk and how they hold themselves, what kind of love that they need in that specific season. And it's pretty easy to pick up with women, like we know.
Yeah. Wear those heart on our sleeves, right? I know I do.
So that for me, that's what I do, depending what season you're in, is what version of Audrey that you're going to receive that day. So
Great. I love that.
I think it's believing in each other. You know, I have a wonderful assistant, and I have lots of agent friends across the U.S., but it's being that cheerleader for them, you know, when you see that they have some self-doubt, because I think we all go through that at the very beginning, and our confidence develops because we had someone that believed in us. And so now that we're here, I think it's really super important to just believe in that other woman and give them the confidence and the strength to be whatever you want to be, you know. We all need our cheerleaders. I have my cheer squad is what I call them, you know, and you have them and you have them, and you know, that cheer squad that you can call on, and they're going to build you up, you know, on your down days and even on your good days, you know, to keep you going. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So you mentioned the award, the Glowy Award is the one I'm assuming you are mentioning.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that's really important to me, empowering women and being a powerful woman in this space, especially in a small town, because I got moved here for marriage. I'm not from here. I didn't know anyone here. I had no one but Spencer here. So when I applied for that Glowy Award, I remember thinking, like, I might not deserve this, but I am about to put my foot in this application. Like, I am about to tell them everything I've done. And while I was doing it, it was so interesting that I found like I wanted to do more. When I was putting in the volunteer part, excuse me, I remember thinking, I need to be volunteering for more. Like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough in my community to you know, withhold this title that I'm wanting and that I'm wanting to go for, to tell other people they can do it. So I coach a soccer team, girls soccer. I help my husband coach basketball. I keep my daughter in sports. I, you know, applied for things like Glowy so that I could push forward and show people, like, hey, you can do this, even though you're supporting your husband's business, or just being that person, just being a woman, being a light, showing up to ribbon cuttings and things like that, to be a woman in business who's showing, hey, women belong here, we're here. All of those things are super important. And of course, encouragement when you meet someone, when you see someone, meeting them where they're at. I always tell people I love them or hug them. I'm the most touchy, weird person that probably exists in all of these. So I just think that's really important, and I try to always be that wherever I'm at. So to my clients who I'm talking to, if I'm texting them every Monday or reaching out through the week, I feel like I bring a feminine softness wherever I come, while also being this gregarious, loud person that I am. So it's just, you know, I am woman, hear me roar, be loud, and I try to kind of embody that everywhere I go and everything I do.
I love that. Well, and I think that starts with your daughter as well. Like you said, you have her in sports, and I mean,
sure.
you're going to be that role model for her, right? So I love that. They have a daughter that you can mimic, you know, what all you can be.
Hopefully
great.
the good things.
Yeah, that's great. Not that you asked me, but I'll share my 2 cents. I have an all-female staff, and you know, employers will always say, you know, family first, right? Like what we do, at least. But then, you know, things come up again, and it's hard to say it. You have to really put it into action. And so finding the ways to give grace to mothers, we're all mothers in my office as well, and giving grace when they need grace and uplifting them when they need to be uplifted. So kind of a little piece of what you all talked about, but it's easy to say it. Sometimes in practicality, it can be challenging when you've got single moms and they've all got young kids, and it's tough, right? Like we all go through seasons of life that we need grace and acceptance and cheerleading. So awesome. Okay. Well, that concludes our all girl power portion of the evening. Rapid fire. Yeah. Which wasn't so rapid because we all like to talk. But I wanted to talk a little bit about community. You might wonder, like, why, Katie, do you serve in a nonprofit and then you are the chair of the chamber? I think sometimes people might question, like, well, you're not really in business. Well, I would challenge you that any nonprofit, a well-run nonprofit, is a business. We just don't take a profit. We give our proceeds to service. So connecting to the community is the part that I think is so important, and why I'm passionate about serving at the chamber. I think that when businesses thrive, our whole community thrives, and that includes the nonprofit sector. So that's why I'm passionate about serving at the chamber. So tell me what makes you passionate about serving our community, because you are Gold Co ambassadors and you're highly involved in the chamber as well.
Yeah.
So anybody want to take that one?
I love Denison. I moved here in 2013 from Midland, Odessa.
Oh wow, big change.
Huge
Big.
change. And then I moved home for like a year after being here for like a year, and I hated it. I was depressed. So I moved back. I never left. And I just built myself on my own from, coming from Midland, Odessa, coming here. And then I am the reason I am where I am today. And of course, people helped me get there, but, just basically a self-made billionaire.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
love
kidding. I'm not a billionaire.
On your way.
But Denison is just the place that I don't think anywhere else I would have been able to establish myself so well. And my husband and I, so I'm married to Mauricio, we walk up and down Main Street all the time, 24/7. We work downtown. It's one of those, like, you just walk down the road and everybody knows you and you know everybody and you support each other. And if somebody needs help, you're there. If somebody needs a drink, you're there. If somebody, needs a meal, it's just a really, really good town. So I love our community, and I love serving our community, and I love ensuring the businesses in our community and making sure that, if disaster was to happen, I can verify that they will become whole again.
You could do your part to make sure they come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I echo that about the community and just kind of knowing everyone. It's nice. I'm also not from here. I like to joke that I was an implant by marriage. I met Spencer in college, and we came here. Now we're married and have kids, and I'm raising kids here. But I started the chamber to meet people. My motive was really kind of for me at first. It was to meet people, to make friends, to get to know other business owners who were like me doing what I'm doing. And as I got more and more involved, it just became so much more than that. Like now I want to talk to other people who are in business and bring people on, because that community that you have from being a part of the chamber alone. I'm also a part of other things, but just the chamber has brought friendship. It's brought, other business partners. It's brought being able to meet and see a familiar face wherever we're at. It's helped with that. So I absolutely got everything I wanted from it and more. But now I just can't scream it from the rooftops enough to say hey, come do this. If you're a business in Grayson County, why aren't you doing this? I've looked at exploring, other chambers, and now I'm on other boards and other things, as many of us are. So it really just opened the door for me to meet people and just be a part of my community. And that all started just by showing up to some ribbon cuttings. And that's crazy, because I was showing up just to,
It
meet
seems simple,
people
right?
and know
Yeah.
people. And so
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's a cool opportunity. Very grateful.
Well, I have a confession. I'm from Sherman.
Okay.
And so you have to forgive. But no, I was born and raised in Sherman, and then getting into business, owning my own business, I wanted to be involved and so I've been a part of other chambers before. But I want to give a big shout out to the Denison Chamber, because I did join them right off the bat, and I joined to meet people and to get out, and I think I could do more to be more involved, and that's hence my goal this year too. But when you guys showed up to my ribbon cutting when I had my own office, it was I had a little bitty office, but it was like a swarm of people. But you, as a whole, have such a great sense of community. Everybody is friendly. You don't feel like, I know when you go to networking events, some people feel like they're in a little shell, who am I going to talk to, or nobody's going to talk to me. I didn't have to worry about that, and I'm a pretty outgoing person myself, and I'll go up to a stranger, but you just didn't have to. Everybody congratulated you. Those are my favorite pictures, to look at of where I got a start. So I just think, and that's mainly why I love the Denison Chamber, is there's a good just a solid sense of community and friendly rivalry.
Yes, friendly. Everybody remember friendly.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
Yes, friendly. But I've grown up with it. But I give great big shout out to the Denison Chamber on all you do. And I just did went to the ribbon cutting. I missed all of you at my brother-in-law's ribbon cutting, Dr. Cenero. So but it's just everybody just comes in at once. You know, it's so great. It's really good and very supportive.
Oh, I love that.
Very supportive.
Well, I don't know if the organizers of this podcast realize that they selected 3 transplants to be part of today's podcast.
Is that on purpose?
I am also not originally from Denison, despite what some people think. I have not been here my whole life, although my husband and his family have been. So a lot of times people think.
It goes to show, you know, how good of a town that we're in.
City always talks about being the community of choice, and look at us. We chose it, so I think that's very powerful. So that's great. Let's see, what else do we have? Do y'all have anything y'all wanted to talk about? I'm sorry, I didn't even give y'all the opportunity to throw out your own topics
We're
of
doing
conversation.
pretty good with chat.
Yeah.
Okay, I know,
doing
right?
pretty good. Chat's
full
leading the
disclosure-
way.
yeah, okay.
Keeping us on track. I like it.
Oh, I thought this one was a good one. Have you ever had a moment when you thought, this is why I do this?
I'll take that one. I think I probably have that moment every time I meet with a client.
Oh, wow.
Because the sense that they get, my goal is for my clients to walk out that door understanding what they've enrolled in, understanding what's coming down the pike, how much are they going to have to be involved, a sense of security. I'm a firm believer, you know, people can forget what you say, but they're never going to forget what they feel from you.
Amen.
And so I want them to leave my office feeling that sense of security and safety, that they're going to be well taken care of. And so I feel like I get that moment with every client that I help in the right plan, because it's not easy. I mean, it's a fun thing to think about retirement, but you know,
Practicality of it is overwhelming.
stressful.
It's a big time of life when you're retiring and you're having to get on a new insurance, and your life is changing, and we're getting older, and there's a lot to think about. But I love that moment and live that moment almost every day.
Doesn't that
every
make
day.
you think like I'm in the right place?
I'm in
right?
the
When you
right-
get to
I found my
experience that
purpose.
so often.
You know,
that I've found my place. You know, like,
and I thought I did before.
Right,
I
you're
thought I was like,
occupational therapist. That's a very rewarding job,
very,
like-
very rewarding. But getting into this, I feel like I found a purpose and I found a ministry, because you know, just you come across so many needs, you know, and it's people get older and they get different diagnosis, you know. So you're right there with them experiencing that. So
it's amazing.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
I love
yeah.
it.
I could echo the same. I feel that often. Working in real estate, you work with people. So helping a young couple get out of a house they're dying to get out of, or helping someone who might have listed their house before and it just didn't go well. So we get to come in and be the person who brings a little truth to the table and get the job done. It feels good. But I'm really blessed that my role, owning a business is the business you do. Like the core of what we do is real estate, our customers, our clients, the people who trust us to help them buy and sell real estate. But there's this other side of it that people don't see. Like, we run a business. Things cost money. We have to make sure we stay profitable. We have to focus on customer service. We have
Keep
to
your
focus
insurance
on
right.
insurance and all of those things, marketing, making sure people are
Yeah.
seeing us. And so I'm really blessed that I not only get to have like this hands-on role with people in our real estate business and help and make sure they understand things and make sure that they're fully taken care of, but I also get to like deep dive into our business, use my accounting degree, work on our accounting, complain when Spencer's spending too much, go to chamber events, work on our marketing, and I actually get to run a business too. So I mean, I think when people look at businesses just as consumers, like I never would have understood. Like I hired real estate agents before I was a realtor. I never knew what it took to like actually run a successful real estate business. So I very often, every time we get a listing, I'm like, man, this is why I do this. Or every time we sell something and someone's like, oh my God, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. That's why I do this. When I get to run a new marketing campaign with my husband and a video gets 10,000 views and his face lights up, like, that's why I do this. When my daughter's walking through a house with us and she says, Mommy, I'm good at showing houses. That's why I do this. So, I mean, I get to, just like you said, like every day have those moments of like, man, I'm so grateful that I get to be in this job, that I get to do this. And it's hard sometimes. I mean, running a business, I think people discount what that is and what that can be. But at the same time, like I do feel extremely blessed and lucky, and I get all of those opportunities from multiple facets of running a business. And so the people, obviously, yes, but also the other side of it where it's me against me or, us against us, because Spencer and I do this together. That's really fun and rewarding too. So.
That's no easy feat working with your husband. I've seen people do it very successfully and not so successfully. So good for you guys too. That's another challenge that you've thrown yourself.
It can be. It can be. People who've met him, he can be challenging for sure. But no, it's been great for us. We're really close, and I always joke, like, people are like, "Oh my gosh, how do you work with your husband?" I'm like, "Well, I do like him." Yeah. But no, that can be. It comes with its own things, right? It comes with its own separation and like who we are at work and who we are when we're working versus who we are at home. And we really had to hone in on that and make sure our personal life was our personal life, and that comes with its own issues for sure. But no, it's overall been a really good thing, and again, that's why I get to sit and look at this. And he started this business before I jumped into it. So me coming into it, that was, I think, part of what the Glowy Award came from, was my contribution in our business has, increased business and increased exposure and done lots of things. But ultimately, he let me in his world here, and I'm super grateful for it.
I love that. Audrey, you have a this moment, this is why I do this moment?
Yeah, I think just to piggyback off both of you, every single thing I do every day is for business owners. I feel like, so I started in commercial lending, and then now I'm in commercial insurance. And coming from the background of knowing how hard it is getting a business loan and building your business higher and being able to take that leap of faith to establish a business even higher than what you have done, that's a 1% mindset.
Right.
Not everybody can do that. And I just have so much passion for serving business owners. And so when I write insurance policies or when I visit their establishment, and I'm just so lucky to see places of their building that not everybody gets to see, and asking them, well, this is a fantastic idea. How did you come up with this? And seeing them grow and helping them, and now helping them at the best times and the worst times of their lives. It's such a grateful opportunity that I'm able to have a seat at their table and witness their lives and them growing. Anyways, I just love it. It's every moment, and supporting businesses by having lunch every day. I get to choose a different place every day to learn about. So yeah, it's good.
I just got overwhelmed with this sense that listening to each of you and your why moments, that this is a group of helpers. You all are so passionate about helping people in the next phase of their life, being prepared for what helping businesses, make sure they're insured, helping people find their homes and their investments. And I'm just humbled to sit here with you guys, because not everybody is a helper, right? Like some people are takers, and you guys are just
servants.
You are servants in our community and to our chamber, and I think ultimately our whole community. So thank you guys. Thank y'all for being here, for sharing your hearts and your business, and I think y'all are amazing, and I just can't wait to see what each of you continues to do in our community, and thank you. So that is it for today's Mic'd Up Gold Code edition. So thanks for tuning in. We hope you'll join us next month for another exciting